Some communities visited by the news crew through the Awain and River Niger include Okwanana, Okwamako, Okogbele, Okwamako, Okobiokbo, Okwamoko, Abaloshimili, among others, all in Oshimili South local government area of the state. Some pupils and students can no longer gain access to school as the schools have been submerged in flood, thereby denying them learning, unlike their counterparts in the upland. Traditional ruler of Oko Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Engineer Osita I, called on the Delta State government to provide alternative means of teaching the pupils and students that have been at home for months now.
Because right now, you cannot access the school, the teachers are not even coming, they cannot even come through this process, and they have no place to stay. The classrooms are well submerged with water. We are saying that at the end of the flooding season, they should as well rearrange how they can accommodate situations of this nature by discussing the way forward right now that the flood is still on. Because right now, none of the children is at school, and they all need to be educated.
Some flood victims appeal to the state government and want many individuals to come to their rescue, relief materials and medical facilities.
Our government to help us, anything at all they have, let them bring for us here. We can't come up why there's no camp, nowhere to camp, because of COVID-19. Let them help us. Delta government, let them help us. We are begging.
They should take because of the children to remember us. We are suffering inside this water. It's not easy, and the water is still coming. The water is still coming. That is what we are begging for.
The managing the cassava were inside the water. Now they bring them the chop.
The ones that we have are finished.
Delta State Commissioner for Environment Chris Onogba, who went around some flooded communities to ascertain the impact on the people, promised to supply them relief materials and medicals through their traditional institutions to help cushion the devastating effects of the flood.
The reason why government won't want to build camp is because of COVID-19. And that is because if we build camp, that will amount to creating a breeding ground for the spread of corona. Government exists for the people, so government will not deliberately do things that will spread the disease to the people. Now, that government will not build camp does not mean that government will close its eyes to the suffering of the people. For me, I have always believed that government exists for the people. So if there's anything government will do to ameliorate the suffering of the people, government will not hesitate to do that. Now, government will meet them halfway. Government will provide palliative. And this palliative in this circumstance will be basically foodstuffs.
Most of the flood victims cannot wait for the flood to recede to enable them to return to their ancestral homes, despite the fact that their farmlands and means of livelihood have been eroded by flood. ITV News, Asaba, Austin, Azu reporting.